This is Brad Busher. Brad is with Groundwork Lawrence, which is today holding a planning forum for what's known as the North Canal District. And Brad, what do you hope to accomplish today?
We hope to introduce people to the North Canal District to help residents, office workers, and tourists alike realize the great potential of this historic area.
The folks today will be taking tours, and they will be offering some opinions.
That's correct. This red line represents approximately a 1-mile walking tour. And along the way, we're going to ask people to think about what are the best spaces, what are the worst spaces, and what are the spaces with the most potential. The idea is that each place, each city, needs 10 great places for tourists to spend a morning or an afternoon, for office workers to enjoy on their lunch break, and for residents to enjoy on the weekends or on a summer evening.
Brad, will people have an opportunity not only to identify spaces, but at some point recommend what should happen with those spaces?
It's a very good question. We're going to actually have a follow-up workshop on the 23rd. And the idea is that when people come back from the walking tour, they put a green dot for the best places, a red dot for the worst places, and a yellow dot for the places with the most potential. We'll hopefully find a cluster on the map, and then at the second workshop, we'll focus in on 3 specific places to figure out what can be done that's lighter, that's quicker, and most importantly, cheaper, to make this into a neighborhood. Because we do have a lot of residents moving in here. Currently, there's over 1,000 units that are either in planning or have been developed here in the North Canal District. That's almost 2,000 people living here in downtown Lawrence.
The session on the 23rd, what time, what location?
Right here at Union Crossing, 50 Island Street at 5 p.m.
Y eso inspiró a que después el SX Center hiciera unas cosas como unos banderitas que estaban colgando de colores.
Nia, where are we?
We are in the former Ferris site, which is at the end of Island Street in Lawrence. And in my opinion, it's one of the most amazing spots in the city. It's an absolute hidden jewel. Almost no one knows it's here, but we are standing on about 7 acres of urban wild. And in addition to it being the confluence of the Spicket and the Merrimack Rivers, which is really amazing and wonderful, there's also a great deal of wildlife here. I've myself personally seen over 24 different types of birds, including great blue herons and cormorants in this area, white-tailed deer, we have beaver, we have cottontail rabbits, and all of this is right in the city, right off of the highway.
Now I'm going to look out here, and the river here is?
This is the Merrimack River out here.
And I'm going to pan around to the left, and out here.
And if you see right there where the beach is, where that lady is standing, she's standing right where the Spicket River is dumping into the Merrimack. That right there is the 2 rivers meeting.
And that's a great little beach.
Isn't it a fantastic beach? I love it. And there's more beach if you pan down that way. There's actually a whole strip of sandy beach that you can walk on, and has the potential to be a great place for people to sit and see the waters and have a rest in the middle of their day and experience nature in the middle of the second most densely populated city in the Commonwealth.
Nia, thank you very much. What are the plans for it?
So this is what's known as the River Mill. It was originally part of the Washington Mills complex, and the plan is to convert all 8 or 9 stories into 291 units of residential housing.
When will this happen?
Well, they're in the permitting process right now, so I'm honestly not 100% sure of the timeline, but I think they'd like to get started as soon as they can.
Are these units going to be open for anyone, or are there going to be income limits?
It's my understanding that they would be market rate, but again, that would be entirely up to the owners and developers. But that was my understanding of it.
And the units here, there'd be condominiums.
They would be apartments.
They would be apartments,
Right.
And they're probably 1, 2, maybe even 3 bedroom.
That sounds like probably would be a reasonable assumption.
All right, Kara, thank you very much.
Sure.